Good morning YouTube, not your usual drone business video today. As you know, I'm a commercial drone pilot and I travel a lot within regional Victoria. In fact, this car, a Tesla Model 3, my kids call it Baymax, and I still haven't driven this car into Melbourne CBD. It's just been all regional driving at the moment. So FSD got released here in Australia. It's called the Down Under update, and I thought I'll give it a try for a month. I'm also making this video for myself so I can reflect back later and show my young kids when they grow up how it all started. I feel like a total newbie with this software, and I really should have watched more YouTube videos just to get the hang of it. But these are the settings I'm going to go with. Autopilot, I've got it to full self-driving. Start FSD from park, I've got the brake confirm. Offset 0, expanded full self-driving is on, and my offset speed is 0. So let's try this. We're heading to Castlemaine today, about 45 minutes, and I'm going to try it for the first time. So I'm going to pick a location in Castlemaine where I'm heading today. Okay, wish me luck. Okay, so let's pick the path, start FSD, and just make sure there's no there. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, jeez. I am so nervous. Oh, that's weird. Okay. All right, we're off. I won't lie, I am just quietly pants at the moment because the car is actually driving by itself. Unbelievable. Look at this. Basically sees everything. So the speed limit's currently 60 and it's kind of doing 56, 57, which is not too bad. I'm really nervous about this roundabout coming here. It's one of the biggest roundabouts probably in Australia. And there are so many accidents here. There's even a tow truck here Mondays to Friday just collecting cars. And there's so many entries and exits. Now we're going to go right.
Now enter the roundabout.
Oh, please get this right. Okay, here we go. Indicators on, right lane, that's good. That car didn't give way. Now it's turning. Now it needs to put the left indicator and go in here. And it did that perfectly. I can't believe it. I can't believe it did that perfectly. So many people get that roundabout wrong. Generally because most people don't even know the roundabout rules. And there is no rule called give way to your right, just letting you know. It's always give way to any car already in the roundabout. And like this guy here didn't give way. The guy behind me didn't give way. But the Tesla handled that perfectly. So I'm just going to see which way it's going. All right, it's going to go straight into town. Now this is going to be interesting because the lane kind of finishes up here. And it's got to merge. I just put the accelerator on a little bit just to give it a bit of a boost. Oh, I did that perfectly. So the speed limit is 60 and it seems to want to sit always around 50. It's a little bit slow, but it's okay because it's like a built-up area here. So now it's got to do a right-hand turn and a left-hand turn at the traffic lights. You're going to indicate? Are you going to yeah, okay. This is just so smooth. I can't believe an AI or a computer is driving this car. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, a little bit slow, Now it's got a left. It's very cautious at the moment. The roundabouts, it's doing a great job on the roundabouts. And we're going to go straight on this road. If you're a Tesla owner, you probably hate me for this. Even my kids don't like me doing this, and that's driving in chill mode. I still think standard is way too quick for me. Even chill is still quick. But yeah, I've been driving chill for the last 6 months or so. So it's doing 54 and a 60. So I don't know why it's going a little bit slower in there. There's no one in front really. There's no one behind me. So I'm just going to put the accelerator down and just take it up to like 58, 59. There you go. It's doing 60 now. I can't believe how smooth this is. And it's staying perfectly centre at the moment on the lanes. So this model is ADAS level 2, which means you still have to be in the driver's seat. You've got to be able to take control of the car, steering wheel, brake, pedal, all of that stuff. I can't be in the back having a snooze, bit of a siesta. Would be great if I could work though while this was doing it. And you still have to be fully in control of the car. So if someone jumped in front or I had to take control of it and maneuver it away from something else, I need to be in charge of that. But right now, Baymax does not need my help at all. It is absolutely incredible. All right, so we're coming to this intersection here. I might have to disengage here because there's a set of train tracks which is going to go over. And these train tracks in Bendigo, you bottom out. Almost every car bottoms out. So you have to do it like 10 kilometers per hour. Actually, this car's slowing down, so hopefully that'll make me slow down. Oh gosh, here we go. Yeah, that's not too bad. We're coming to the major intersection here. Nicely done with the indicator. The actual visualizations are incredible. I'll put it onto the full screen. Okay, so gonna go left lane. Yep, perfect. And we're off. So I'm gonna bump it up a bit to 60. All right, green light. Oh, perfect. It stopped. It saw the yellow. Stopped smoothly, right on the line. That was nope. What happened there? It just disengaged for no reason. Automatic disengaged. So that's my first disengagement. So I'm not too sure what happened there, but that was a weird traffic light. It went orange, red, and then went straight back to green. So here's a cyclist. Oh, really nicely done. I don't know if you noticed that, but it actually moved a little bit to the right to give that 1 meter clearance and then came back in the lane. That was done perfectly. So we're coming to a speed change here, 50, and it's picked it up perfectly. So 50. So when it disengaged, a little prompt came up here to report it to Tesla. So I'm guessing they're recording your feedback on this and making the model better over time. This Down Under update is actually a few versions behind the US one. I think they're up to 14.15, I think. All right, this is gonna be tricky. Here we green light, trucks turning. Oh, I did that perfectly. I can't believe that. That was good. That was just like a human doing it. All right, 70 is the speed limit. We're off, 65. I almost feel like a driving instructor here.
But my driver's
I'm not doing anything, but I'm just looking out for traffic, road rules, lights, making sure my student is not doing anything wrong. And so far, it's 100% strike rate. Okay, red light, slowing down. Off we go, green. Done perfectly. So we've got another 20 minutes to go. 30 kilometers. There's one of those new mobile phone cameras slowly sneaking there behind the tree. You get a few of them in Bendigo where they look to see if you're using your mobile phone. So while this FSD is on, I can't use my phone. If I attempt to use my phone or the internal camera sees anything like that, it'll give me a strike. And after a certain amount of strikes, I'm not sure if it's 3 or 5, you get locked out of FSD, which means you have to, I believe, stop the car, put it in park, get out, reset everything, and then get back in if you want to continue the journey with FSD, or it'll be available on your next journey. So my plan is not to get any strikes. Here we go, 80 Ks. Oh, it's so good. Now this section here, I'm really nervous because it's about 8 o'clock in the morning and it's a kill zone here for kangaroos. Hundreds of them. There's usually just bodies of kangaroos here all the time from the night before. And I'm just looking at this one here. That one hasn't been, that's fresh. Oh, here we go. What's going on here? It's slowing down for whatever reason. Oh, maybe it was that car. I think it saw that car coming in too fast at that intersection and it just slowed down. I'm not sure, but it slowed down from about 80 to about 65. All right, it's doing 16 to 100 zone. I'm not sure why, so I'm going to crank it up to 100 with the accelerator, and now it's picking up the speed. So I'm very cautious here, because if you live in the country, you should know dusk and dawn, just after those times, wildlife is everywhere, and this is an absolute danger zone for kangaroos. So I'm just getting ready just in case one pops in. It's usually around this corner here. And we look like we're good. I'm not really sure what FSD does with wildlife. I'm sure it recognizes it, but I'm not sure if it's going to like maneuver around it, hit the brakes, and I don't really want to be a test dummy for it. So impressed. I don't know what to say. Like, I haven't done anything yet. I didn't think a computer or an AI system could drive better than I would. Obviously it does. Hasn't broken the speed limit, hasn't broken a single road rule, and it's very cautious, extremely cautious. So it's doing 99 in the 100 zone, which is okay. I was doing 100 now. But when I drive, I like to stay like right on the speed limit. So I will dial in 100 if it's 100. I will not sit on 95 or 90 or 98. It'll be dead set on 100. I'm getting a feeling this car is playing it safe and trying to stay like 5 to 10 kilometers below the speed limit, which is fine, but that can just frustrate people behind you. There's a whole heap of cars coming behind me and I'm doing 100 and they're catching up. So they're doing like 110, 120 in the 100 zone. So what does everyone do with their hands these days with FSD? Like, you don't do like this, right? You keep it like this? I don't know, like this? Like this? How about this? Oh, no? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what to do with my hands. No, not that. I have to admit, this is so much better than Autopilot. Like, I use Autopilot all the time. Every single day, on every trip, and this is nothing like Autopilot. This is like a completely new piece of software. Do you know what I mean? Like, Autopilot's good, everyone complains about it, but like when you're doing rural driving on freeways and all that, it does a great job. I've got no complaints about it. It's a bit buggy in cities and with other traffic and things like that, but this is absolutely incredible. Well done, Tesla. Well done. I have no idea how people this smart create this kind of technology, because there's so many inputs. There's road users, there's traffic, there's lanes, curvature of the road, speed. It's taking all those inputs and giving me a path forward, which is absolutely incredible. Most humans can't even do this, especially like that big roundabout and all that. Two of the cars got that wrong, but this car stuck to the guns, did exactly what it was supposed to do, and got me through safely. Absolutely incredible. I just caught myself not paying attention there, because you're not doing much these days. You're just looking at the systems and around you, and I was looking at the scenery here, which I've never noticed really. Like, it's absolutely stunning in central Victoria. So I just got to remind myself, you know, keep looking forward, keep looking forward. Still haven't got a strike or anything like that. That camera there is keeping an eye on me. I heard rumours that if you wear glasses, it doesn't work very well, but so far so good. No issue. So it's asking me to turn left or bear left. I think the maps need to be updated here, but it's just one continuous road. This is where I find, I think, I'm not a big fan of the Tesla navigation, especially in the country. I prefer to use Google Maps, but hopefully it gets better over time, because sometimes, the Tesla navigation takes me on like weird and wonderful routes. whereas Google Maps is more a direct approach. So the speed's good. I'm not sure why it goes from like 100 to 99, then back to 100. When I'm on autopilot and I stick it on 100, it stays on 100 all the time. So I'm not sure if it's seen things or it's predicting corners and trying to keep me safe and within that speed limit, but it seems to be like fluctuating between like 95 and 100 kilometers per hour. So now this is coming to a very dangerous intersection. We're going to drop to 80 Ks. There've been a lot of people die at this intersection, lots of accidents, and it's basically a major intersection where traffic can turn left and right into the freeway. So I did the right thing, dropped to 80. Now with autopilot, I can never get through this intersection because it doesn't phantom brake, it just basically slows down 5 kilometers or so and then it picks up again. So I'm just going to be cautious here just to see what FSD does on this intersection. There's a car coming here. Wait, do not come out. Okay. Perfect. Like, you can't complain about that. Nothing wrong with that. Did that exactly correct. Now it's to 110. Here we go. It's going back up. So now it's 110 all the way into Melbourne, but we're getting off at the next exit. There's a Ford Ranger behind me tailgating me. The two most hated cars in Australia, a Tesla and a Ford Ranger. All right, he's finally overtaking. I should wave at him and say, hey, look, no hands. What's that funny saying? You can't spell Ranger without the R. Is that right? Anger? All right, we're coming up to our exit. Yep, perfectly done. Took the exit. So it's a big roundabout here.
Now enter the roundabout and take the third exit.
So it's got to put its indicator on. It hasn't. Yep, it did now. Okay, here we go. Turning. Now it's got to put its... Okay, it's done that perfectly. Oh, nicely done. It's done the indicator on both sides, left and right. So it did that perfectly. So I didn't realise with roundabouts, even if you're going straight, you have to put your indicator on. Now, I didn't believe that. I actually had to go look at the road rules, but it is actually in there in the Road Safety Act that when you go into a roundabout and you're exiting, even if you're going straight, you have to put your left indicator while going straight. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I did not know that. So we're doing 79 in an 80 zone. That's perfect. I'm just going to check the map to make sure what's happening here. Okay, it's doing good. Okay, I'm not sure what it's going to do here, but we have to sort of like go to the right. Okay, let's see what happens here. So it's got to turn right here. Will it though? That's the thing. Slowing down.
Now turn right
Yep.
onto Downs Road.
Put its indicator on. Oh, that did that so good. I can't believe how good that was. What sorcery is this? Seriously, super smart people. This is what happens when you put super smart people in charge of technology. And I like to say I know a little bit about technology with the drones and the programming and the flight paths and getting the automation done. I have no idea how this works though. I don't know how it's computing all these scenarios. Every millisecond I'm traveling on the road and keeping me safe. Absolutely incredible. Like, can you imagine if you had a disability or something like that where you couldn't get a driver's license? You could just use FSD to get to your appointments like doctors and supermarkets.
Onto Walker Street.
Okay, so I'm not sure what it's going to do here. Okay, it's going to go right here. So I need to go in there, but it's going to take me to where Google Maps, I guess, is telling me where this location is. Oh, it's turning in. You're joking. It's turning into the business. Now what? Oh, you're joking. It's going into the car park. Are you serious? I wasn't expecting this. I didn't think this model had like car parks. I'm just gonna stick here and just take a breather. What just happened there? So I wasn't expecting that. I thought it would just drop me off outside, but it actually went into the business and started like into the car park area and then stopped right exactly where I'm supposed to go. I need to go just here. Mind is blown. That is incredible. Basically, I haven't driven from Bendigo to Castlemaine. 42 kilometers, completely autonomous. I did nothing. Like, I could have physically been in that seat or in the back seat, and this car would have just brought me right here to exactly where I want to go. That is absolutely incredible. Baymax is like, watch this, hold my beer. Good job. Great job. I don't really know what to say. I'm absolutely mind blown with that. I decided to get the subscription model, which is $149 a month because, you know, paying $10,000 up front is way too expensive. And I thought I'll try it for 1 month and see what the hype was about it. But just after that 30-minute drive, why would you go to anything else? Like, it did everything for you. I have to say though, it is definitely slower than driving manually. I'm here like 5 minutes later than what I was expecting. And that's probably because it didn't break any road rules and it stayed under the speed limit all the way. And it was very cautious. Whereas if I was driving, I would have definitely gone over the speed limit there when overtaking. With roundabouts, people like zip through the give way sign, not even actually giving way to anyone. Whereas this car was very cautious. 5 minutes. And it just goes to show when you drop your speed just a little bit, it's not a big difference getting to your destination. It's like 5 minutes, like no one really cares. I think this is going to be a permanent thing now, this subscription. Because I do a lot of driving to Mildura and Gippsland and in remote locations. And sometimes I drive like 3-4 hours in a day, one way. I think this would be a big change. Anyway, I'm gonna go do my drone job and I'll come back. So we're back. That drone job took so long to complete. It's in the afternoon now. I've already had a chance to get a haircut, get some lunch, get a couple of coffees, and I'm heading back to Bendigo. I'm totally knackered, so this is a perfect time to use FSD Supervised all the way back home. We're heading to a Charge Fox station at La Trobe University. It's a free charging station. So let's see how we go for part 2. I've noticed when cars overtake you on a dual carriageway, the car seems to slow down a couple of kilometers to let that car pass, and then it goes back to the speed limit, which I think is silly. Like, I get it if it was a single carriageway where if a car was overtaking, you would slow down slightly to let the other car in. But on dual, there's really no reason to slow down to let the other car pass. But for whatever reason, it's playing it safe and dropping a few kilometers when every car passes me. So we're coming back to this big intersection here on the corner, which is an 80k zone. Again, my Autopilot never gets through here. It always slows down to 5 to 10 kilometers. And FSD Supervised, no problem at all. That was good. My biggest issue with FSD Supervised at the moment, from the little driving I've done, which is about an hour and a half or so, is the speed. I just don't understand why it doesn't get to the speed limit. Like, it's doing 103 in 110 zone, and that guy's pulling away from me. And the car that I just overtook is catching up to me now. So I'm just gonna bump it with the accelerator up to 110 and see what happens. And now it just stays at 110. So I'm not sure why it does that, because that's a bit frustrating. Especially if you are behind me. Nothing worse than when someone overtakes you and then they slow down and then you have to overtake them. Okay, so I'm coming up to a big truck here and there's a car on the rear of me just about to overtake me. This will be an interesting scenario. What happens here? Does the car wait? Or is it confident to overtake? Nope, it's gonna wait. That's pretty good. I would have done the same thing. And here we go. So the car is overtaking. will my car now go into the right lane? Yep. So that was perfect. And now, will it come back to the left lane? We're clear. Yep, that was very smooth. That was nice. I do feel sorry for Hardware 3 owners. Like, can you imagine paying that kind of money, like 10 grand plus, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, and still not have this in your car? Like, to be honest, Tesla should just refund them, give them a really good discount on a new car, or just, call it quits. Set a date, set a single date and say, look, if you don't get it on this date, you get a refund. Like, to be honest, Hardware 3, I reckon GTA 6 will be out quicker before Hardware 3 owners will get their FSD. Actually, I don't think GTA 6 is even coming out. That looks like a scam. But I do feel sorry for Hardware 3 owners. I hope they get what they paid for, because this is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Driving better than a human. So I've got this four-wheel drive overtaking me on the right lane. I want to see if the speed drops. Like, he's about to overtake me. As you can see, the speed limit. See, it slows down a couple of kilometers. It waits for him to pass, and then he goes back up. Why? It's a dual carriageway. Like, I don't understand that. I think Tesla's like playing it really safe, and maybe that's probably the correct thing to do. Let the person overtake you, and then, they would get into the left lane. Obviously he's not, he's just driving on the right lane. So here we go, we're going up the big hill. It's a massive hill. Lots of trucks like this generally struggle to get up here, and the Tesla's done it really well. Right indicator, right lane, overtake. Will it get back on the left lane? You're clear on the left. Perfectly done. Here's a hot take. Version 14 of FSD will be in Australia, down under update, before December 2025. Just saying. And no, I'm not affiliated with Tesla or anything like that. Oh yeah, look, it's hit the 60 zone, which is the school zone. It's got that wrong. It's not really a school zone time. All right, we're back to 80 k's per hour. We're in Bendigo, and now we got to navigate our way to the charging station. So in about a kilometre, I've got to make a right-hand turn. I generally don't go this way, but for whatever reason, Tesla navigation is sending me this way today. Really smoothly done.
Now turn right onto Taylor Street.
The animation is incredible in here. Look at that. It's so detailed. And from what I've seen, I think they're going to be using Unreal Engine or something like that to make this sort of visualization even better. But yeah, look at that. That's incredible. Can you zoom in? Oh, you can. You can zoom in. Really cautious. Did that so safely, but for me, it's still a little bit slow. That turn would have been perfect if it went just a little bit quicker.
Now bear left.
Oh, geez, I don't like this intersection.
Now turn right onto Chapel Street.
Because you can see left, but you can't really see right. And it's a stop sign. So let's see how this goes. Does it come to a complete stop? Oh my gosh, it does. Yep, that's done really well.
In 200 meters, turn left onto Allingham Street.
That's incredible. Complete stop. Does anyone know that has received a traffic ticket or a traffic infringement for not stopping at a stop sign in Australia? I don't know anyone who has gotten a ticket for not stopping at a stop sign in Australia. What do police do? Do they just watch your wheel come to a complete stop? All right, here we go. Second exit, coming to a giveaway. I'm so nervous on roundabouts. The car actually did the right thing there and actually indicated going straight on a roundabout, which is weird. Like, I don't think anyone in Australia does that. But apparently that is the law. If you're going straight, which is the second exit on a roundabout, you're supposed to put your left indicator when you exit. Okay, we're coming up to a right-hand turn. Now I know why I don't go this way. because it's a very busy intersection with the railway line crossing
right onto Oak Street.
to my left, and it's kind of a blind corner on the left-hand side. Let's see how we go. Okay. There's a lot of cars. Trucks. Do not move. Do not move. No, do not move. You're clear after this wide. Go, 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 go. All right, it did well. I can't complain about that. A bit slow, but it did well. Like when you're turning in those intersections, you don't want to turn really slow like that and turn, because you're just going to get cleaned up from a car coming on the left who can't see over the hill. So you want to like put some speed and actually take that corner and then get some distance. But the car did well. Got nothing to complain about that. So as I mentioned before, it's definitely slower getting to your destination, but that's because it's not breaking any speed limits and it's doing all the road rules correctly, especially like the stop sign, the give way at the roundabouts, giving way to traffic. This is a little bit frustrating where you're doing like 10 kilometers less than the speed limit, so I would just bump it up with the accelerator. And if I was driving, personally, it would be a lot quicker, but that's just my personal style of driving. Like when I'm overtaking, I'll be honest, I sometimes go over the speed limit to overtake.
Now enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
So here we come to a roundabout. I don't know why I'm so nervous at roundabouts. Oh yeah, that's right, because people don't give way. And it did that perfectly. I love how it like turns the steering wheel, getting ready to make that turn. And it starts rolling just as the car goes past you, so it's back into traffic really quickly.
In 200 meters, enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
Okay.
Meters, enter the roundabout.
Again.
Take the second exit.
Again, it indicates going straight, which is correct. But I find that funny because no one does it in Australia. I really want to show a disengagement where I have to take control, but I've got nothing to show you at the moment. I've been driving for almost 2 hours in total.
Take the third exit.
All right, let's see what happens here. So the charging station is inside La Trobe University. I'm not really sure where it's going to go.
Now turn right onto Central Drive.
It should like kind of stop here and drop me off here. But let's see where it ends up.
Now turn left.
Oh no, it's going into the car park, so that's good. Let's see. I know where the charging station is, it's just over there. All right, it's turning left. It's on the wrong side of the road. Actually, no, it's not. What's it doing? Is it gonna park? Nope. It's actually slowly trying to make its way to the charging station. Okay, this video has gone way too long. Let's wrap up with a few key takeaways from my short time using FSD Supervised. The cons first. It's slow to build speed and rarely holds the limit. Even with no cars around, it hovers between 80 and 95 in a 100 zone. When a car overtakes on a dual road, it slows down, almost politely, but unnecessarily. And those indicators a bit late and way too eager to follow every rule in the book. Yes, even signaling left while going straight through a roundabout, it's legal, but at the same time awkward. Now the pros. It's smooth, confident and safe. It feels like driving with an advanced learner, someone with hundreds of hours behind the wheel, while I'm the driving instructor, keeping an eye on things. This is version 13 and it's wild to think this is the worst it will ever be. The updates are coming fast and it just keeps getting better and smarter. Now I can't prove this to you, but I feel like it's learning from my driving to make it better the next time. What surprises me the most is that most drivers in Australia still don't know this exists. Try it just once, even for 10 minutes, you'll see what the future feels like. A friend once told me this around 10 years ago. Someday, cars will drive themselves, and driving manually will be illegal. I laughed because I thought that was funny and that would never happen. But here we are in 2025 and my car drives better than I can. It's going to be interesting when my young kids go for their driver's license in 10 years from now. I'm guessing it's going to look a lot different in this autonomous space of self-driving vehicles.